What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So in today's video, I'm doing loot from 100 runs of Drag Tower Keep. Loot from 100 runs is a series that I've been doing for years, and it's pretty simple. I do a dungeon 100 times, I save all the loot that's worth posting on the auction house or the loot that's interesting, and then I make these videos showing you guys what I received and also how I farm the dungeon. So Drag Tower Keep is something that I put very high up on my priority list because in patch 10.05 we received a bunch of items being brought back to the game, and some of those can drop in Drag Tower Keep, so I had to jump on it. I also got some sales previously on some Wrath of the Lich King transmog items that I really needed to restock. So now first I'm going to show the route, and then we take a look at the items. Before we do any of that though, big thank you to every single one of you guys that has picked up the 0 to 10 million gold guide. Support has been absolutely insane, and it makes me so happy when you guys reach out telling me how much you guys enjoyed the gold guide. Now, if you haven't picked it up, make sure to use the discount code DRAGONFLIGHT, and you'll get it for 50% off. And just know that I've been updating this book for 2.5 years now. So when you get the book, you will receive a lifetime of free updates. So whenever there's a new patch or a new expansion, I'm just updating the very exact book and sending the updated version directly to your mail for free. So you can read more about that in the description down below. Now, the dungeon is very straightforward. When you first meet these mobs, this necromancer thingy will summon them, but you need to wait a couple of seconds for them to be fully summoned. So there's no need to kill them when you directly walk into the dungeon. You do want to rush through the pack though, so you can kill these two mobs running up the stairs. They will run up to the stairs as soon as you engage this pack right ahead of them. And that's just because you want to have as many loot tables as possible in the dungeon, because it's a very short dungeon, right? In this room, there's nothing to really think about. You just clear out the mobs. You can kill the boss because we're doing it on normal mode, so you're not going to get locked to a dungeon anyways. Killing all the spiders is, once again, that's also a must. You got to get them all. The next boss, this one is very annoying because it's like a time-gated thing. So you just want to skip him. It's not worth the time trying to kill him. And not really at all. Now, the next pack, just kill it. That's it. On all of these packs where you have like these trolls riding a raptor, you want to engage them in combat without killing him, because that will summon the raptor. It might sound stupid, but it's one additional loot table. So you have this pack, for instance, with 2 mobs. If I just swipe him now, you're not going to summon the raptor, so you'll just be able to loot the 2 trolls. But if I engage him first, I can also loot the raptors, which can drop green valuable transmog items. So make sure to do that. Clear out this pit right here. And, I mean, we're already, like, soon closing in on the dungeon. It's such a short dungeon. And I actually enjoy that. Because if you do only long dungeons where it takes like an hour to do 10 runs, it's kind of refreshing to do something that you can just run through really fast when you have some time to kill. And I always work on at least 1 fast dungeon. So if I don't have time to do a full hour, I can just run through a dungeon fast 10 runs. So SM, Shadowfang Keep, Drag Tower Keep, there's a lot of dungeons like that. And then you just walk up the stairs towards this last boss, kill off the last trash, and that was it for the trash. Like, there's no more trash left. Now it's just the last boss, which you just finish. Some people like to dreamwalk out and then dreamwalk back in and fly from the graveyard to re-enter the dungeon. I usually cannot be arsed to do that, also because sometimes I skip the mobs in the beginning of the dungeon since they have some time to get summoned, and I'd rather just jump down right here, and that's how I leave the dungeon, which also means that you can do it quite efficiently on any class. You don't really need a speed set because the dungeon is so short, so it's pretty much a dungeon that it's suitable for every single class, and also if you have a speed set or not, doesn't matter. Of course, it feels better to do 10 runs in 30 minutes on a druid than spending 50 minutes on a death knight without a speed set, right? But here we can see the 2 mobs have been spawned. You kill those, loot them, and you just run out of the dungeon, and you're done. Then you just reset the dungeon, and you walk back in, rinse and repeat 10 times an hour, and you pray for good loot. Now, what is good loot? And this dungeon, it can be very hard to determine what good loot is. Because there's so many fake value items in Wrath of the Lich King. And what I mean by fake value items is that if you're new to gold farming, it's going to be really hard for you sometimes to tell if it's a fake value item. So you could get something like, I mean, I don't have anything with massive fake value on me, but if we do take this item as an example, like you can have sometimes an item that is worth 400,000 gold. They're very common in Draktaran Keep. However, they're going to be just like this chest where they have a bunch of items with the same appearance. So it's not a unique item. Now, why would someone pay 400,000 gold for your green item when there's 7 items that you can purchase on the auction house that has the exact same appearance, right? So I would highly advise you to get the add-on all the things to be able to filter out the fake value items. But now we're going to take a look at what I got. And I did get these 2 items right now in my run number 101, so they don't really count, right? But there's a lot of shields in Draktaran Keep that's really good because they were unique. Like this shield called the Spoke Shield is the only shield that looks exactly like this. Now, it's very important. Obviously, the shield looks like dog shit, but it doesn't matter because the people buying these items, they're only after the appearance. And then you have the Kamagua shield, which I got a couple of. Once again, they're Kamagua and the strapped shields, strapped heater. They don't look like super nice, but collectors, they need to get them regardless. And then we got the Shimmering Saber right here. It does share an appearance from a quest item, so it's still good enough for me to keep it. You have the Moonlit Katana, and this is very important. This one has a reach and market value of 500,000 gold. And it shares appearance with the Lobstruck Slicer, but that appearance is a quest item in like Borean Tundra down here in the Murloc Cave. So this is the only BOE appearance of its kind that can go on the auction house. You can even take a look. 567,000 gold is not very realistic, but it has a reach in sales average of 45,000 gold. Not bad at all. So definitely worth keeping. Another Kamagua shield. The Evergreen Branch shares an item with a white item, but I've sold a bunch of these, so still to the point where I want to keep it. I did get some blue items. And most blue items, and you're going to get a lot of blue items in Draktaran Keep, the ones that are dungeon specific, that can only drop in the Draktaran Keep, are really bad, because you get like 1-2 blues every single run on average, right? But this one is a unique appearance looking weapon, so definitely worth keeping for me. I also got this one-handed mace, but it's one of those really big designs, so shouldn't have any problem selling this one. And then I got this one right here, the Banner Slicer, that has a market value of 26k. It's a unique item, so again, worth keeping. And then we got the Reichel Shield, which actually shares one appearance, but I've been making so much gold with Wrath of Lich King shields, so I'm going to keep it regardless. And then I got the Disc Axe. The Disc Axe has an 80,000 gold market value. It's a unique item. Shitty price on my realm, actually less than reach and sales average. But since they are unique, I'm definitely going to keep them for collectors. Then I got Twisted Longbow. Now, my favorite thing about Wrath of Lich King dungeons is bows. Where the best item you can get is the Astral Bow. Astral Light Bow, I believe the name is. There we go. It's a 400,000 gold unique bow. I've sold these for 500,000 gold without any issues in the past. And sadly, I did not get one of those. Got the Twisted Longbow, which is not as good, but once again, worth keeping. Then I got these cloth shoulders, World Drop shoulders. They do share appearance with one epic item, so it's something that I'm going to keep, but it's not super exciting at all. Also got this sword right here, which is a pretty cool sword. It's also a unique item with a decent sell rate, so keeping that one as well. And then I got the win sight, and I've been selling a lot of these. I think the highest I've sold them for was like 180,000 gold, which I felt really good about until I saw that someone on my VIP Discord sold one for like 400,000 gold, and I was like, shit, now that's better, right? But Winsight, really good weapon. Got 2 of those. And there you can see the reason why you cannot see my sale on this one, because it's the wind side of the quick blade, while this one is the wind side of the Aurora. And it is really strange, but I sold my last one for 31k, and that was like 2 months ago. But I've also sold them for way more than that. Then we have the Geyser staff, which does share an appearance with the Journeyed staff. It's not an insane item, but I've sold them to people who have no clue about like shared appearances and so on. They usually, when they sell because they go like way beneath the market value, and some people snipe them up thinking they're going to make a great deal. And then I got this one right here, the Dragon Rib Sword. I got a couple of swords, Dragon Rib, and also the Tempered Steel Blades. They're okay, but they're nothing special. Depending on your auction house, if you should post them or not. I got the Troll Chopper, which is a 50k market value, unique looking axe. Once again, it doesn't look cool, but it's a unique look. And to say it really simply, if you get an item that is unique of its appearance, it doesn't matter what the value or the sell rate is. You should sell it because collectors will buy it for sure. Then I got the Rugged Polearm, which is another item that I've sold a lot of. It's currently sitting at roughly market value, even in my realm, at 97k. And then the best item that I did get from 100 runs of Dractaren Keep is the Archaic Long Spear of the Quick Blade. This one actually had the text on it saying, this item is no longer obtainable in the game, right? But it has later been fixed now in patch 10.05. As you can see, I sold one 12 days ago for 214,000 gold, which is really cheap. They go into region, have a market value for 5 million gold, currently posted for 6.7 million gold. Not super realistic in my opinion, but I'm happy. If I could sell this one for 200,000 gold, I would sell it any day again, no problem. So looking at the total market value of everything in my bags, we have a bag appraiser, which right now is set to the price on my realm, my full pop, and that is 7.3 million gold. But as you can see, the top 5 contributors is the long spear of 6.7 million gold. So if we take away the 2 items that I got in a run number 101, the shield and the blade, and instead of saying that this one is a 6.7 million item, and instead, let's say it's a 214,000 gold item like I sold my last one for, we will be... instead of 7.3 million gold, we're going to be at 730,000 gold on my realm. If we change this to the region market value average, it's going to be... why, for some reason, that did not change. Well, anyways, it was a really good run. Loot from 100 runs of Dractaren Keep, and I got a bunch of items that I already sold, and now I can finally restock the auction house. So if you guys got any suggestions on what dungeon I should do next, please just leave a comment down below telling me what you think I should do, and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to see more videos like this one. But with that being said, don't forget to check out the 0 to 10 million gold guide, and I will see you all back in at tomorrow's video. But until then, bye bye.